Before now, we have learned about the business model canva and value proposition, right? Today, we want to look at how we can conduct market research and understand the target audience from our market for our business. It is not everybody, every Dick and Harry that can actually be our customer. In every business venture, there must be a particular person, group of people that are responsible for buying from us, who are responsible to be our audience. So, how do we understand who is our audience? How do we conduct market research? For many people who are business owners or startups, what they do is to, number one, gather information about what is in their environment. For example, if I want to start up a laundry business and I've been living in an environment for about 6 months, I discovered that people go out early in the morning and most of them are busy people. They have tall gates and all of that. They have dogs in their house. They only have this Musa that used to stay at the gates for them. They must definitely be keeping their clothes clean and tidy somewhere. I need to gather information about how they get that done. Do they have a professional that they trust to do that for them? And how can I do that if that is my business model? Now, this topic is coming after you have prepared your business model canvas. You have your value proposition. You know your customer segment. You know who are your customers. You know where they are. The next thing is for you to gather the information. You don't just launch out to start up a business without gathering information about the business or gathering information about those that have been doing the business before, those that have been doing it. Now, when you gather the information, the next thing you need to do is to analyze the information. How did you gather your data? You must have gathered your data possibly from the social media, from friends, from interviews. In fact, it is even proper for you to conduct interviews, to conduct research by giving out questionnaires or asking people about a particular brand you want to start up. So let me use another brand as an example. If today now I want to host, let me say, a salon in Thomas Adewumi University, and I'm a stranger. I've never been to Thomas Adewumi University before, but I want to approach the management to allow me to come and put up a salon at Thomas Adewumi University. One of the first things that the person should carry research out is that this institution, how many students are here? Do they have more of men or women? Are the students even interested? Maybe many of the students that are here, they come with braids that can stay for 3 months. And at the end of the day, the business you want to offer will go down the drain because you will not have patronage. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because you need to conduct your market research. You need to analyze it. You need to interpret it. What does that mean for me? One of the reasons why we are having erratic power supply, network, is because the network providers are looking for the numbers. You cannot compare the type of network we're going to get here to the network we're going to get in Ilorin, because in Ilorin, they can get millions of people. Here, the maximum number of people that are living in Oko community, we are not up to 300,000. I can say that for free. But then, if they are to bring in their customers, let's say, for example, you want to come and have a workshop like the time we did when we did in DabaX, where you are bringing in approximately, let's say, 20,000 people into this place for an event for a week. You can convince them to bring their mobile transmitter because they know that within that week, you're going to buy airtime. Within that week, you're going to recharge your phone. You're going to subscribe for data subscription, etc. Because of all of these things, they will oblige you. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So for whatever thing you have put down as a business or you want to do in the future, you must actually conduct a market research. You may think that, oh, this thing is going to work. Let me just do it. It may be an online business. You just feel that it's going to work. I'm going to show you an idea now of how you can conduct a market research online. And I do that every day because as a digital marketer, I need to know what is trending and what is actually happening. I have my competitors, those that have similar businesses to my brand, and I want to know how are they doing? Are we matching up? Are they doing better than I do? Is there a loophole I can quickly explore? What they are not doing that I can quickly do because I need to do market research. Someone that says he or she wants to be sewing, and then all the people you know on your WhatsApp, they are not up to 500 contacts on your WhatsApp. So the highest views you have gotten on your WhatsApp status, let's say, for example, is 100 or maximum is 150. And you want to start a sewing business, in your mind, you are thinking, if I start a sewing business, Kabira will buy, Tamilore will buy, Sheon will buy, Sefi will buy, and all of that, they are going to patronize me. You are making a big mistake. You need to understand what we call the 1% principle. 1% principle means that if you want to reach any group or set of people, you must reach the 100. 10% of that will be interested and 1% will buy from you. It means that if I want to actually sew clothes for students at Thomas Adewumi University now, and I want to be selling five pieces per day, I must reach out to 5,000 students. 500 of them will be interested. 5 of them will buy. If you don't use that principle and you're just thinking, oh, if I reach out to 500 people, I'm telling you, 50 people will likely be interested and then maybe 1% will buy eventually. Because you have not used the marketing principle. And it is when you are conducting the market research that will allow you to be able to actually do this. The next thing again that you need to do is to interpret the information you have gathered from the market. You should be, what does this mean for me? For example, now, if I look at Oko community and I say, among all the lecturers that come in here, we have some needs that we need to go to Oko to go and get, or go to Umaron. There's no mechanic here, there's no vulcanizer here, there's no car wash here, and all of that. All of those things are good. I've identified the needs, but it is not a business. The total number of vehicles that we have in this school all together, they are not up to 100. Every day, they cannot all be dirty. Maybe I'll be getting 1 customer per day. That's not good business. That is not a good business. I cannot even establish one in Umaran because most of them, they are low-income earners. They will not be able to put up their money to say they want to be washing their car 2,000 naira per month. Are you getting what I'm saying now? And then if I now say, okay, what is their problem? What's their need? For those that are using vehicles that are not latest vehicle, who let that door open? Please close it. That are not latest vehicles. They may have issues of needing a vulcanizer every time. I can't remember from January till now if I've ever gone to a community to adjust my tires or to do anything to gauge my tire. Let me put it right. I don't need that to do that. Now, if one out of several other people that we have in here, let's say about all the total vehicles owned by staff members are just like, let's say 50. If all of them 50, and then you now say, oh, the business is that there's no vulcanizer, I want to establish a vulcanizer business. Is it going to be a good business? No, it's not going to be a good business. You're going to get patronage, but the patronage will be low. Eventually, you're going to pack it up. So what is the importance of doing this market research? It will allow you to validate your business ideas. It will help you to identify potential customers and competitors. It will also help you to understand the industry trends and gaps. Those are the importance of that for you. Now, what are the types of market research you can actually conduct? Number one, you can conduct primary market research or you do secondary market research. What do you do in primary market research? You do surveys. You carry out surveys. You carry out interviews like I've mentioned. You can reach out to focus groups. You can actually get observations from people. What are the things you need to do when you're taking observation from people? It may be that you just go to that community and then you just observe that, oh, in the whole of this community, let's say, for example, now tomorrow, TAU decides to allow students to be cooking. What type of business do you think will thrive in Oko if students start cooking tomorrow? Can somebody suggest? Just raise up your hand. I'm going to pick you. Anyone who is thinking fast? If the university decide that students will be cooking by themselves, what type of business do you think will start thriving? God bless you. Thank you. Filling of gas, because everybody will need to fill gas. What other thing again? Agricultural products will be needed for those that want to buy yam, Maggi. No, let's also talk about agricultural products, vegetables, and all of that. Consumables. Those are the things that will start thriving. Now, let's flip it to the other side. If the university decide today that students can live in Oku community, what do you think is going to thrive? Accommodation. Accommodation will thrive. So those are observations. Now, but if you're talking about accommodation that will thrive, is it like a face me slap you houses? Tell you students will not live in face me slap you houses. If you take an accommodation that the rent is 200,000 naira per year, oh, it's so cheap for them. If you take an accommodation that is about 500K per year, yes, you are just coming up. If you take an accommodation that is about 1 million per year, they're going to pay for it. You know what? There are different tastes. So you can decide and say, okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get a parcel of land close to the university gate, and I'm going to build an edifice that is bespoke, that has all the facilities. Some people will say, no, this facility that I want to get, I want them to even have Starlink. I'm going to pay for it. Some people will subscribe. Some of them will say, thank God that they have opened it up. Just give me, face me, slap you, 3-bedroom flats or any other one. We are going to get it. So you will soon, shortly after now, be going to an environment where you're going to see several things differently, and differently from the way you've been viewing things. And you need to make observations. These observations will allow you to be able to do market research. The secondary type of market research that we can conduct is to dwell on reports. Possibly there is a research that has been carried out about a particular industry or data that you can actually work on. You can use that as a source of your market research. You can use government data. There is always Bureau of Statistics data released every year in Nigeria. There's WHO reports released every year in Nigeria. If you are trying to invent a strip or maybe something that will make you or old parents to find out their blood sugar level simply by looking at a screen every day, maybe that would make that work for them. And then you just tell them and say, I have now invented wearable glasses. Once you wear your glasses like this on your app, you're going to see your blood glucose level. You're going to see your blood pressure level. You're going to see, etc. You are dwelling on research. Now, you are dwelling on research data, and that will allow you to do your market research. You can also do competitor analysis. Now, for those of you that will get gigs like product manager in a startup company, this is what they're going to do. In January, I wanted to employ a business manager, a product manager, and then he's in UK, and I told him, can you look at this brand, one of my brands, and do a market research, like do a competitive research for me. Maybe he went to ChatGPT and did something and dropped it for me. We have not talked about that thing up to this moment because I wasn't interested in what it gave me, because it wasn't professional. He did not do market research. He did not do evaluation. He did not understand what the brand is made of. He did not do competitor analysis of what the brand is. So how do you conduct market research? Number one, why am I doing market research? Why? I want to, for example, create an app where people can be taught Yoruba in the UK. If that is my purpose. A lot of Nigerians in diaspora want their children to learn their local language. True of us? True. So I will need to state out the purpose of this research is to know if, or let's just say, to determine the visibility of a Yoruba teaching app, right? True of us? Now, identify your research method. In this case, can somebody tell me, those that are at the back, I want you to tell me, are you going to use a primary data or you're going to use a secondary data to conduct this type of research? Somebody on green, that person on green wearing something black. What's that? Who is the person? Yes, that lady, that light complexion lady. Can you talk to me? You've been binding down your head all this while. I'm talking to you. Don't say me. Yes, keep the sorry to yourself. Can you talk to me? So what will you do? What is the secondary data you are going to use? Report on what? Which type of report? Is there any report that talks about whether the children that have been using, the number of children that are in diaspora or what? Yes, who can contribute to that? Who can contribute to that? Yes. Anyone? Anyone on the second row to the back? The third row? The second row? The first row? Yes, you want to say something? No idea. All right. Now, you need to define your sample audience. Who are the audience that are going to respond to your market research? You need to also design your data collection tool. Are you going to use social media? Now, if you have ever used Facebook and Facebook prompts you and saying, we are conducting a small research for a small group of people, they pop it up. Can you raise up your hand? They still did that for me some days ago. They carry out, though they are existing businesses, but they want to know your view on certain information so that they can improve their data. Nobody conducts or carries out a successful business without doing market research. Dangote has invested over $25 billion in his refinery. He will not just wake up one day and say, I just want to have a refinery in Nigeria. Now he's trying to bring up another business now in Ogun State. But he will not just wake up and say this is the next line of action, because you would be able to explain that to your people. You must understand what you want to do. And that's what will influence your data collection tool. You can use your own inbuilt surveying application. You can use just a Google form. You can use questionnaires, etc. Now, because of this, a lot of audiences, or a lot of businesses rather, try to do research by giving people some amount of money by conducting research. And there are a lot of them, there's Survey Monkey, a lot of online jobs where people just conduct research. Now, some years ago, DSTV, GoTV, and some other apps, they formed a synergy. And then they had this research group where they were asking people how they use their TV, how they use their application, how they used the cable TV, which program do they enjoy most. In fact, they used to send me those invites that, am I interested in conducting this research? Possibly after doing the research for 2-3 minutes, it will pay me like 500 naira or 1,000 naira to just answer a few questions. But why they are doing that is that they want to get feedback. They're asking me which programs do I love to watch most and all of that. And then I'll answer, and that they do that to several other persons. When they need to conduct that research again, maybe in the next 6 months, they contact us again, and then we're going to give them feedback. So you need to analyze your data, you need to interpret it, and be able to draw specific inferences or references from there. The next thing I want to teach you today is how to understand your target audience. Now, I'll use a case study at hand as an example. I have a student right now who is selling yam flour, gari, palm oil, locust bean, etc. So she said she registered for one of my trainings, and this is part of what we are learning in that training. So the first question I asked her is that, who are your customers? She said, business owners. I used to go to schools. I said to them. She mentioned everything she had been doing for about 5 minutes. After listening to her, I said, you don't have a customer segment. You don't know who your customers are. She said, men and women. I said, no, it's not men and women. That kind of a person cannot get TAU student as his or her customer. True or false? It's not true. You cannot get them. Your own customer, for that woman now, her customers are parents, especially women who are working and earning. Now, another thing again she made mention is that she said she wants to be sending her product to countries outside Nigeria, UK, US, etc. And I asked, okay, how do you get this done? Who will be your customers in this area? That is that. Another business owner met me and said she makes chips, plantain chips, and she needs more customers. So I asked, how have you been selling plantain chips in the past? I want you to listen very well. I understand that some of you are not listening. Today, I'm not going to spend my time to correct you whether to stand up, look up, bend down, and all of that. I will teach. I want you to take from it, and then when I'm done, I'm going to work out. Now, but if you learn, I can assure you, this is going to fetch you cool money. Very, very good money, because you're going to learn something very unique from that. And I want you to listen with rapt attention. So I asked her, how have you been selling these chips in the past? Because you just produce. You spend a lot of money trying to produce. She's trying to get NAFDAC approval and all of that. And I asked, okay, she said she used to sell to retailers. These retailers buy from her at a particular price, and then she distributes. But she needs more distributors. So I now asked, okay, who are the people do you think will need chips, plantain chips more? If you look at the categories of people, let's categorize age. Let's do age 0 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 and above. Which category of these people do you think will be buying chips, will be eating chips? Age 10 to 15, and then what? 15 to 20. These are the people that are customers. She does not have anything to do with any other category. She can say, okay, old people used to eat it. How many of them? How many of them? Those that are diabetic, they won't eat it. Now, so what she has done is that she now partners with some stores at Unilag. So what she does her production, takes it to these wholesalers or retailers. They buy from her, she sells in bulk to them. She does not have to cater about how she will sell each pieces. She sells in packs to those people. And she does not even have to bother about how long it takes to sell. What she only needs is to get it delivered to the wholesalers or the retailers. So this was the deal I gave her. I said, see, let's do something. How much do you sell a pack? Since you told me. So let me use this as an example. So I told her that if you sell this pack for 3,000 naira, for example, and you sell to these people 3,000 naira, those people will sell it. Maybe they will sell it and sell it at the rate of 4,000. They will make their own 1,000 naira gain or thereabout. I said, can you look at your cost of production and reduce the sales to about 2,500? If you do this, look for the best performing out of them. Make them your affiliates. You sell to them at 2,500. Other people who do not have so much patronage, sell to them at 3,000. These super affiliates, they will, because they are gaining 1,500, become your partners. They will be the one placing orders than somebody who is just selling a unit. Now, let me give you an example. Let me ask you a question now. What I did is that I converted her from B to C to what? B to B. And I do not just want her to now be doing a business that is just B to B to C. I want her to be doing a business that is B to B to B to C. That is the principle of business. What do you think Coca-Cola is doing? Coca-Cola will not bring their truck from US, UK, and be hawking around. What do? They have dealers. You'll be surprised that some of these dealers, they even have, there's one truck that can carry weightlifters, forgotten the name, truck lifts. They have very big warehouses where you can see at a go, you can see about 2,000 crates of Coke. You'll be wondering, where are they? What do they have? How much are they earning? Coca-Cola has empowered them. They have moved from doing B2C. Coca-Cola is not doing B2B, B2C again. Those days, when we used to sell provisions at Taiwo Road in Ilorin, you get Coca-Cola trucks that will come on a particular day. You put your crate beside this thing, and then you pay them. They are the ones hawking. Now, they are not doing anything like hawking again. They are now individuals who are benefiting from buying at a large quantity from Coca-Cola by order, and they are the ones distributing. In fact, they have their own vehicles. They have their own trucks. If you go, those of you that used to go to Ilorin for clinicals, if you are moving towards F Division, when you used to go to General Hospital through F Division police station, by your right hand side, before the F Division, there's one depot there where they have several thousands of crates. If one bottle should break, it's none of their concern. They also supply ever water. They do all of that. Why have they done that? For every house, you have a Coca-Cola drinker in that place. Coca-Cola is in every country of the world, I think, except one. They have been able to use their model to distribute themselves everywhere because they understood their target audience. Now, let me tell you what Coca-Cola does. It does not cost them anything. It costs them money. But they don't see it as a big deal to come to, let me use cafeteria as an example, and give them free posters of a beautiful woman eating amala, ewedu, and whatever, and putting a Coca-Cola drink beside it. What they are telling you is that whenever you come, and they will put this in a conspicuous place, chill, and the design will look chill. By the time you are eating in the cafeteria, you just glance your eyes. Your glancing of a eye will stimulate a desire to drink Coke in your heart. And then You just go there and then you drink. Let me tell you another model they use. Those of you that live in Lagos very well, let me see your hands. You live in Lagos. Okay, very few people live in Lagos. Those of us that have lived in Lagos before, if you go through Lagos, you will see a lot of brands that advertise in their luxurious buses, long buses. Now, many of them, they used to target the back and the side. The reason is that they even put somebody that is bringing big Coca-Cola. They know that inside Lagos, there's always traffic. And beside you, while you are walking, there's somebody that is okay and say, hey, I'm running fast, trying to sell Coca-Cola to you. They put the bus there. I mean, they put their signposts on the bus. You'll be seeing it. You'll be seeing the person that is walking in beside. Now, let me now ask you. That money, that Coca-Cola that the person is selling, how does the profit get to Coca-Cola? They don't mind how that money gets to them. They know that the more you see it, the more you buy. The more you buy, their distributor will demand more. They will produce more. I get what I'm saying. Now, there are people that are fast here. There are pastors here. If you understand business target audience, you will be able to know how to populate your church. You'll be able to know how to populate your Islam community. It is like that. So what do? Number one, you need to know how to segment your market. Write down demography. Write it down. Demography means the characteristics of people, age. What other thing is in demography? Gender. Let's use gender. Gender. What other thing is in demography? We have talked about gender. Sex is gender now. Occupation. Marital status. Religion. What other thing? Educational level. God bless you. Then ethnic group, etc. If you want to run Facebook ad, if you're able to finish this class in time, in my next class, we're going to talk about adverts, Facebook ad, Google ads, and all of that. Around 11 a.m. yesterday night, I was pulling out, trying to set up a Google ad, and this morning it has been approved, so it's up again. And this is what I do back to back. Now, let me give you an example. This brand that I ran yesterday, they sell a particular product. I was the one that built the website. So we've not been running the ad for a long time. On Google, the type of advert we run is there are several adverts, but we do web search so that if you search for something related to that brand, the keywords is going to bring up the brand. So let me give you an example. If you search for Jiximore health drink, you will see my advert today, right now. If you search for it, you're going to see it. Now, what I've done is to understand the people that have been searching for Jiximore in the past 7 days in Nigeria. And I went for them directly. You know why? Those people that are searching are likely to still search. I'm going to share my screen now to show you. I'll just use that Jiximore as an example to show you how I knew those people, how I knew where they are located, how I knew their age, how I knew what they are searching for, and I'm going to target them. And not only targeting them, what I'm going to do is to add a Google tag. Google tag such that anywhere you now go to, you go to Instagram, you see the advert. You go to TikTok, you see the ad, like Temu. Anywhere you now go to on TikTok, you see it. So because you are interested in it on Google, and your Google is what you use to open your Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. I go everywhere with the advert, and I keep chasing you around until one day you are interested and you will buy. And then the type of advert I now run is a pay per click advert. So you can see, if you just see it and you did not click my advert, I will not be debited. But if you click my advert, I'll be debited. Now, I can also make my goal on the advert to be a conversion one, so that it is until you buy on my website that I'm charged. There are different ones, but it all came from here. Now, let me explain to you. I placed that advert at $3 per day. There are some colleagues, I told the man that is in charge, that is the owner, I told him, your competitors are taking $10.68 per day. You are not going to get so much results from this. You know why? In January, he paid 100,000 naira. As at that time, we bought dollar at 1,458 naira. As at today, it's about 1,700 plus. Is $70 that I bought at that time as devalued. And I told him, now you need to factor all of these things into the sales he's going to make and the profit he's going to make at the end of the day, because we built a website, we bought domain name, we did hosting, etc. Somebody should come and plug this PC for me, please. I didn't go account. Now, so it all comes from understanding the target audience. So after demographic, we had to do it. Okay, let me give you this example again. The woman that I told you was selling gari, palm oil, etc. While I was taking her class, I tried to search for her. Who are the people that have been searching for palm oil dealers or palm oil vendors in Nigeria in the past 30 days? I discovered that it's only in Gombe State. Because you'll be wondering and say, who are the people that have been interested? Is the Yorubas in Southwest, Abi? Whereas that is a lie. That's an assumption. In business, we don't deal with assumption. You deal with reality, especially if you meet a good digital marketer. If you meet a bad one, you're going to waste your money on advert. It is very easy for you to waste your money on advert. Now, let me listen to me very well. Many of you, when you graduate, you're going to be part of a team where, for example, your own job is product management. Maybe your own job is graphics. Your own job is web development. Your own job, you are front end. Your own job, you are back end. And you know nothing about marketing. You are in trouble. Because whatever plan you're going to be deploying, people will buy big time. Sorry to use that word. Like they will scam you. I can also do that. But it's going to be a neat scam because you don't know the right thing to do. Now, let me give you the reason why that will happen. If you do not understand digital marketing, for example, somebody met me, okay, somebody spoke with me 2 days ago. They want to organize a training. They want to recruit 1,000 people. And they need 1,000 people to be recruited. Okay, they want to recruit 400 people to do a training. They want to give them free training. And then they want me to be able to get for them. So what I did, I gave them 3 options. I said, option number 1 is that I'm going to build the landing page. I'm going to do the marketing. I'm going to create the ad creatives. I'm going to do the ad creative. I'm going to run the adverts, everything all together. Case 1, I charge, I think, 205,000. Case 2 is that you are going to run the advert with me. You handle the sorting and every other thing by yourself. That one I charged, I think maybe 100,000 naira or so. Then the last one, then I now called them. They wanted me to have a meeting with them. I wasn't available. I now called after. They said they want to present it to the committee. Can you guess the option they picked? The option they picked was the highest option. That one that is over 200,000 naira. Now, what did I do to make them pick that option? I did not just write it. I wrote the advantages of each step. I'm interested in that option. because that's where I'm going to get my more money. The last option is about 70,000 naira, but I'm interested in that option. And then I now put the option, I said, this is the best option. This is expensive, but I say it is cost effective. Because I understand, number one, marketing. I know how to build a landing page freely. I can just put a call and say, so, get me landing page ready before 4 o'clock. And it's going to get it ready. And I will just call my what's it called, content creator. I said, get me this. I'm going to give her all the information she needs. Go to the studio and then voice out this thing for me. Get this out, and I'm going to get the beautiful thing design. Tomorrow morning, somebody else, I'm going to tell you, create the Facebook page, optimize it. We are running this advert. I sit down for 1 hour, create the advert. I've done all my job, and then I deliver it to them the following day. Everybody collect their money. When that 200,000, 205,000 naira comes, about 105 comes to my account. Every other person collect their money. Graphic designer will take 5,000 or this. Content creator will take 20,000. Other person, all of this. Every other person take their cut. Is that not a good deal? Is that not a good deal? It is a good deal because you know your onions. And then out of 105, send 10% for tithes. So you need to know how to build customer persona, fictional characters that represent your segment. You need to also be able to use the tool. So I'm going to show you one of the two. You can use Facebook Insights, you can use Instagram posts, you can use forums, and all of that. So let me show you. I'll show you the exact thing I did yesterday so that you would be able to understand how it goes. All right, this is fine. Exactly. So this is the brand. What are you seeing? This is Jiximo, right? Right? This is the Google ad. The Google ad is already running. These are all the keywords that are running in the advert. This is it. Now, this is what is happening. The ad is targeting Nigeria, Ibadan, all of these places. How did I know everything like this? This is how I knew it. So I'm going to come to trends.google.com. I'm going to key it in. That's trends.google.com. Then I'm going to come to explore. I'm going to come to explore and then type the keyword of that product, Jiximo. Jiximo. So now Jiximo is this. This is Jiximo. Then I'm going to compare it with Jiximo Aba Drink. Jiximo Aba Drink. These are the things people are searching for. Jiximo Aba Drink. I'm going to compare it and then allow it to do web search for me. What's going on? So I can say I want that in Nigeria. I want that to search for the past 12 months, but I don't want 12 months. I want in the last 7 days. There was a problem loading it. You cannot have a problem at this point. So it's definitely going to bring it out for me. Yes, this is the interest over time. Jiximo, let me look for Jiximo Aba Drink. Or Jiximo Plus. Now, another thing again is that I can enter the website of this brand there, and then it's going to bring everything for me. So now, Jiximo, I don't want 12 months. That's too far away. I want the past 4 hours. What is happening in the past 4 hours? This is the back end of Google. This is what we don't tell people. I don't tell people this, except those that pay for digital marketing. No, because I would like to be telling you my secret out. So now, in the past 4 hours in Nigeria, since morning, people in Nasarawa and Lagos are searching for Jiximo. Now, let's look at those that are searching for Jiximo Aba drink. Look at them. Look at it. Look at it. Can you see? This is Nasarawa. This is Lagos. Now, any advert you are running, most of them, but don't be carried away. Most of them in Nigeria, there are 3 flash points in every advert you are running. You see that? Please go out, go out, go out. Wait outside, please. Thank you. It's either Lagos is involved, FCT is involved, River State is involved. These 3 flashpoints, they are always in any of my adverts. Now, let me go to past 7 days, for example. This is what is happening in the past 7 days. People in Edo, Ogun State, Anambra, Rivers, these are the people that are searching for Lagos or Oyo. Who are the people that are searching for Jiximo Aba drink? Lagos, Edo, Ogun State, Anambra, Rivers. These are the people. That is because I now want to run adverts on Google. That is a search term. You want to go out? You will join us when we are done. You have a class. It is Python class, right? You have a class by 3. And we're rounding off. So these are the states where this advert is running. It will be wrong of me to go and advertise and say Ilori. Did you see that Ilori is not here? Kwara is not here. If you run advert for Kwara, you have wasted that person's money. You wasted the person's money. You just collect money. You just be saying you are a what's it called? A digital marketer. It's a lie. People will click it, but they are not interested. You are wasted their ad money. This is closely related to what's going to be happening on Facebook. Now, on Facebook, what we do is we use what we call lookalike audience. If I want to run an advert for a new brand, I will tell you, number 1, I'm going to test the waters of your advert for 7 days. You don't rush me. I don't run advert that is less than 7 days because I need to know the user experience. When I get it for 7 days, I get the people that like. This is one of the secrets I use to power and change the enrollment of TAU. You can see this year, we have a lot of students. I'm the one behind it. So because you power digital marketing tools with experts. A registrar went to a particular university in Lagos, and then when they got there, they were saying, who is the person doing your social media? Everywhere, you're always seeing, everywhere, they're always seeing it. I said, you should pay for consultation now. It is just like, you can just have a 30-minute meeting. They just send me like 250K first. We'll just be using that one to see the front. And then we'll talk about the next thing that needs to happen. So now, if I now want to do the keywords, I'm going to look at all of these. This thing is just coming, Allo Forex, Jiximo Lagos, Jiximo Aba. Then, if I do on a broad scale, I am going to see all the different keywords that people also search for that is related to Jiximo. So, and then all of this is going to come up. Then, for this person, I have a landing page for the person that I designed. So it's just going to take it to the, so when they click on the ad, it's going to bring them to the landing page of the guy. They are going to call him for the product, they buy the product, and then he moves like that. The SSL of this guy has expired. I've told him to come and pay. So you see it this way, and then the order for the product, the prices are there, and the first thing, what we want here is for them to be able to buy the product. So that's what happens when they click on the advert. So going forward, and to round up as well, I want you to carry out a market research. over the weekend. You can ask yourselves. I understand some students are doing business among yourselves. You can ask people around. The assignment is going to be individual. You can ask people around. You can make an online interview. You can run surveys about your brand. I want you to conduct a visibility market research about your brand. Now, what I need from you is that the data you are using, I need it. That is your assignment. For example, you used Google Sheets. Give me the data that you obtained from the Google Sheet. Conducted interview. You asked questions from people. How many of them did you ask questions? Where is the audio of their responses? Yes. If you are using interview. I want you to conduct market research based on your brand. Don't forget, when we started this class, I have trapped you ahead. What's the trap? I told you to give me your business name, business model canva, so you cannot change it at this time. Do you get it? Now, so you are going to still use the same business name, business model canva I have given me in the past there, and then you now conduct your market research. From there, you will know whether your business is visible or not visible. If your business is not something you want to do here, you can ask people, you can call 5, 10 persons, record it. So I'll need the audio of the recordings that this is what I have done, and I will now group you. We will now rate the best performing market research. You can also use this that I've done now to know whether your business is going to be visible. So you need the data from Google. If you are using a secondary data, maybe from Bureau of Statistics, from government data, from WHO, whatever, I want you to tell me what your data looks like for your market research. Thank you. So I want to take questions now. If you have a question, just put up your hands. Though this news is not, let me pause. Let me stop recording before I say what I want to say.